back at it again, and we've got to talk about Liz Cheney. Yeah, the chick that absolutely ruined her political career. Well, I won't say ruined because she could probably run as a Democrat now. You know, she's fine now. She doesn't have to pretend as if she's a Republican anymore. So I guess in a way she's free. Okay, but she recently went on Fox News. And Fox News actually pushed back on Liz Cheney. Hey, listen, it is must-see TV. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
Read a quote from your book, Oath and Honor. Today, none of us can tell if the story of January 6th is nearing its end or is only just beginning. We may have darker chapters ahead. Trump has told us that he thinks the Constitution can and should be suspended when necessary, that what happened on January 6th was justified, that in a second Trump presidency he would seek retribution, and much more. He knows judicial rulings have force only if the executive branch enforces them, so he won't. You're fearful of a second Trump presidency.
I am. I think that, we know what he will do. He's already done it. We saw what he did after the 2020 election, obviously what he did to try to seize power in 2020, and of course on January 6th. And he tells us every day. And if you look at the steps that he would have to take in terms of simply refusing to enforce court orders or comply with court orders with which he disagrees, putting people in.
Like Joe Biden. Y'all remember the Supreme Court said no to student loan forgiveness in, what's his name? Dictator Joe. Yeah, he started doing it anyway. Y'all remember that? That was pretty recent, wasn't it? She don't mention that though. Wait, let's not go off on that. Of course, we're supposed to stay in our place. We're not supposed to call them out. Remember? Silly me. I'm sorry. I apologize.
In key positions as Attorney General, for example, simply refusing to enforce court orders or comply with court orders with which he disagrees, putting people in key positions as Attorney General, for example, or as head of OLC, unethical lawyers who would help him, frankly, blow through many of the guardrails of our Constitution. I think it's a very real concern that he would.
Oh, you mean like Joe Biden did when they fired a bunch of folks for not getting the, some of the same people that they called, what's that word that they used? Heroes. Y'all remember they called the doctors and the nurses heroes, when COVID first started happening and nobody really knew like what was going on. And the doctors and nurses said, hey, this is my job. I'm going to save some lives, okay? I'm going into work. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what it is. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to save some lives. That's what I signed up to do. That's what I get paid to do. And this administration called them heroes. And not even a year later, they fired them and called them conspiracy theorists and anti-vaxxers, right? You remember that? And then we found out, actually, that was pretty unconstitutional. You can't force people to do that, but does Liz Cheney mean like that? Is that what she talk about? Goodness gracious. Just saying.
I think it's a very real concern that he would take steps very quickly that would unravel the rule of law.
This is the Wall Street Journal. This is not a MAGA, op-ed here. And they say Trump as dictator is a classic case of projection. Abuse executive power, ignore the law, run roughshod over individual liberties, retaliate against political opponents. Mr. Biden and his allies have done exactly what they warned Mr. Trump will do if he returns to the White House. Unlike Mr. Biden, however, Mr. Trump would have to contend with a hostile media and a federal bureaucracy that would be throwing pots, pans, and candlesticks at him at every step.
Shout out to the Wall Street Journal, baby. Shout out to the... Finally, somebody in the mainstream said it. Joe Biden and this administration are doing exactly what they're saying Trump is going to do. They're doing it right now. They're doing it right in front of us. It's in plain sight. It's in plain view for everybody. They're throwing rocks and hiding their hands like, oh no, see Trump over there. Hey, look, he over there throwing rocks. It ain't us. We don't know nothing about them rocks. No, look, see. It's right in front of our face. Watch her answer, though. Listen to her answer. It's absolutely disgusting.
Well, I think they're wrong. I think if you look at, we don't have to guess about what next President Trump would do because he did it before. And he would not have around him the people that were around him, the people, frankly, that the country will hear from as his trial moves forward, who were all his appointees, people that he appointed to the White House counsel's office, the Department of Justice, his own family, people that told him on January 6th, as you and I were talking that day, actually, that he needed to tell the mob to go home.
Oh, you mean like, oh. So we're just supposed to trust people now. Like when Joe Biden said, when he got called out, and he said, oh no, this was disproved by 51 intelligence, whatever. He tried to claim that there were, didn't he say 51? I don't remember the exact number, but when him and Trump had that debate, right, and Trump called him out on, was it the laptop or was it, see, bro, that's crazy too. There's been so many scandals. I don't even remember like which one lines up to what. Like, did Trump call him out on the laptop? Was it the Russia hoax? Bro, it's so many scandals in this administration. I don't even remember like which one lines up to which circumstance. It was in the debate. Trump called him out. And Biden answered and said, no, there was 51 intelligence personnel that said that that's disinformation or something. Was it the laptop or was it the Russian thing? I don't remember. But then we found out, no, it was the Russian. It was, dang, actually, I don't even. Either way, we found out it was all a lie. Okay. That's wild. I can't even remember to put, that's how many scandals are going on right now. But Trump is supposed to be the bad guy. Trump is the horrible, terrible, no good, very bad guy. When there's so many scandals with this Biden administration, I can't even put them all together anymore. It's all just a jumbled mess. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But listen, she didn't even answer the question. Well, she said, well, I disagree, but let me bash Trump some more. Answer the question, Liz. That's not really answering the question. I disagree. Go more in depth with it. The way that you do when you talk about Trump. Oh, I just want to bash Trump some more. That's all I want to do.
People who told him that what he was doing was illegal, those people won't be around him. And, you know, the rulings of our courts are fundamental to who we are as a constitutional republic. If a president doesn't enforce those rulings, they don't have weight.
Right. But what about the point it made in this op-ed, specifically, and I understand what you're saying about the former president, what you feel about what would happen, but you
don't let her off the hook. Circle back to it.
Haven't been vocal, but you haven't been vocal about President Biden when, like, executive orders to cancel student loan, ban evictions, mandate COVID vaccines. Well, here's a list.
I think it's a very different thing.
After the SCOTUS ruling,
are you going to let me answer the question?
Yeah, I am. Just let me list them. After the SCOTUS ruled against it, he still used regulatory means to write off, the student debt, wall off 1.5 million acres of land for fossil fuel. What this basically is saying is that there are things that have been done outside of the rule of federal courts that you haven't weighed in on.
Well, first of all, I don't think it's true that I haven't weighed in on those. And I think a lot of those, if you look at the kinds of things that he's done with respect, for example, to energy policy, with respect to setting aside lands across the West, I've been very vocal that I think those policies are wrong. It's very different from a president. And look, you wrote a book about George Washington. The last chapter of your book is called The Gift of a Peaceful Transition of Power. That is what we're talking about.
Yeah, but this is not about me.
That's right, but that's a very important concept. Let me finish my answer, because every single president, Republican and Democrat, since George Washington, has ensured the peaceful transition of power. Donald Trump tried to seize power. So,
how did he try to seize power? Explain that one. Did he declare martial law? Did he say, you know what? I'm staying. I ain't leaving. You're going to have to drag me out a cold, dead, stiff body if you want me out of this White House. Did he say that? Or did he leave? Did he walk out of that White House and leave? So explain to me how he tried to do that. Explain. Like him saying, oh yeah, I don't agree with these results. That's him like trying to stay. Because last time I checked, Stacey Abrams did the same thing. Ooh. We ain't talking about that though. You don't want to talk about Stacey Abrams, do you, Liz? You don't want to talk about Stacey. I know. I know y'all tactics. Okay. I see. I see y'all. I see y'all. Let's not talk about Stacey.
Full transition of power. Donald Trump tried to seize power. So we can disagree with Biden policies, but the fact that he tried to seize power, the fact that he ignored the rulings of 61 courts, the fact that he ignored his own attorney general, his own White House counsel, who told him what he was saying about the election was false. It wasn't true. His claims were false, and he went out and made them anyway, knowing that.
Okay, so basically what you're saying, Liz, is that we're just supposed to believe people that tell us things. That's what you're saying, Liz? Because last time I checked, Joe Biden had said there was 51 intelligence agencies or personnel that proved that one of these scandals was disinformation, and we found out it was actually true. Y'all remember when they said, hey, if you get the jab, you won't get sick? Y'all remember they said that? And then people got sick and they said, oh, well, that's not the truth. Well, if you get it, you won't get as sick. I talked to some older folks. Y'all remember when they said that we're going to freeze over? The globe is just going to go completely cold. Like, hey, we're going to go into an ice age. That's the word I was looking for. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember it? Some of the people that are watching that have been blessed to be on this earth for longer than I have. Y'all remember when they said we're gonna run out of oil? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Hold on. Y'all remember when they said like all the ice caps were gonna be melted? Y'all remember that? So we were just supposed to believe them every single time. Silly me. I'm sorry. I'm getting out of line. I apologize. I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. Okay, let me get back in line and let me follow the Democrat masses. Okay, see, Democrats they haven't changed. They want us all to bow down and say yes, massa. Yes, massa. Yes, massa. They've never changed. They say the party's flipped and whatever. No, they haven't. No, they didn't. You heard it right there. We're just supposed to believe whatever they tell us. We ain't supposed to question anything. We ain't supposed to look into it for ourselves. We aren't supposed to, make any public statements about what we believe. It's what they believe. That's what we're supposed to believe, and that's what we're supposed to repeat. If we repeat anything else, oh, we're the horrible, terrible, no good, very bad people. We're the worst people on earth. Yes, massa. I'm just gonna start answering the Democrats. Yes, massa. Yes, massa. I mean, that's what they treat us as.
The extent to which while a violent mob was assaulting the Capitol, he wouldn't tell them to leave. Instead, he tweeted against his own vice president and he poured fuel on the flames. Those are lines that can't be crossed. And look, this isn't about policy. I voted with Donald Trump 93% of the time. This is about the nation. It's about the republic. It's about the Constitution.
And we've covered all elements of January 6th, and I had an interview with the former president where I told him that he did not win the election. That said, he's winning this election.
That's right.
Oh, man. I loved hearing that last little tidbit right there before the video ended. That's right. You got to admit it now. Y'all have woken up a sleeping giant. Sleeping giant. And I know some of y'all disagreed with me that, because I recently said in a video that Trump was basically out of it. And a lot of y'all disagreed. And I'm like, hold on. We've looked at the polls. I've made videos on it. You can go back and watch the clips. And I'm one of the biggest Trump supporters there is. At least I feel like I am personally. I make no secrets about it, okay? Even in my personal life. Hey, anybody around me knows, hey, it's Trump 24. Bring Uncle Trump back, okay? I don't give a darn what you say. Thought about telling y'all this funny story, but I'm gonna spare y'all from that one today because it's kind of long, but it is funny. Anyway, well, long story short, somebody around me was a big Biden supporter, and they got their feelings hurt, and I ain't seen them since. Long story, but I'm going to spare y'all from that. Man, oh man. I lost my train of thought right there. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, they woke up a sleeping giant because even if you go back to some of my older videos, and I was talking about it in those videos, DeSantis was ahead of Trump at one point in time. DeSantis was ahead, and Biden was still ahead of DeSantis. Trump was, I believe, he was third. He was third, and then they just couldn't leave Trump alone. And we heard Bill Burr say this. He said, "You guys are idiots. You guys are idiots. You just couldn't shut up. You just couldn't shut up." Which, hey, listen, I'm happy they didn't shut up because it's woken people up to what the truth is. People have realized by the Democrats going after this one man so hard, it's like turn on a light bulb in some folks, and it's like, hold on, wait, what is going on? This isn't normal. This is weird. Something's off with this. You know, it's they've gone after him so hard that it's woken people up in the opposite direction, right? It's like, hold on, this ain't right. This ain't right. Like I've seen, you know, y'all go after folks and, you know, for doing something terrible, but like the way that y'all going after this guy Trump, something smells fishy about this. I don't like it. And I showed you guys a video of a young lady who literally said, "Hey, I'm a Democrat, but I don't like what they're doing to Trump. Something's off about that, and so I will be voting for Trump." You know, and always recall that because that was one of the first times that I had heard like a Democrat say something like that. And so it's like stuck in my mind, that specific video, you know, because it was so amazing to hear like, wow, they've gone after him so hard that they've woken people up in the opposite direction. And you see it in the polls. You know, he's only risen the more that they've gone after him. He's only gone up. Every time that they attack him or go after him again with some other BS thing, he's, you know. So, hey, I love to see it. When he got the mugshot, they thought, oh, yeah, we got Trump's mugshot. We go get a mugshot of Trump. Oh, yeah. Hey, Trump G, bring back the Don, baby. Bring back the Don. Okay, but hey, y'all let me know what you thought about this BS from Liz Cheney in the comment section below. Shout out to the Wall Street Journal for speaking some truth and asking some real questions or making some real statements about, you know, this administration pointing to Trump while they're doing the same thing that they accuse Trump or say Trump is going to do. They're doing it right now. And shout out to Fox News too. Love the segment. Peace and love, family. I'm out.